Southwest Louisiana, and here we're back with another episode of From Change to Change. And today we have another episode that's pretty informative. We have our guest here, Miss
Romikia Freeman.
Romikia Freeman. I probably was gonna mess her name up. It's a pretty name, ain't it? But yeah. So when I met her, I found her to be so intriguing. She has so many endeavors that she's trying to exhaust, and I just felt that it was only right because I know that the things that she expressed to me is going to roll over into the community and help fix this community. So I had to have her on the show, and so Miss Romikia, yeah. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 47. I have two boys, 16 and 17. I'm an entrepreneur,
Yes.
and I pretty much I come from that background. From my mom being a hairstylist, I'm of course a hairstylist. My mom, she struggled with some things, and she left the industry, and I just picked it back up. I always had it in me. Since I was like 4 years old, rolling my grandmother and great grandmother's hair. I used to sit. So they always told me they knew that that's what I would be. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I hear so much good stuff about your work too. I come from a family of hairstylists.
Oh, really?
Cosmetologists.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, everybody does hair.
That's awesome.
All of my sisters.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So so you're from
I'm from Eunice.
Eunice.
Okay.
Yes, I'm from Eunice.
Okay, so you're Sway's home.
I was going to say, Sway's hometown up there in Eunice. I've been to Eunice a number of times.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Been in Eunice. Yep. Eunice, and we left Eunice, and when I was in the 5th grade, we left Eunice and we moved to Houston, and that's where I pretty much grew up. Yeah, that's when it got really real.
Yeah. So what's the name of your shop?
My salon in Eunice is called Stylish Beauty Bar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 750 East Laurel Street in Eunice, and that's it's still is operating. It's girls there working, and but now I'm at Trendy Spaces.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
here in Lafayette.
Yeah.
So
She's actually in the same building with us, and that's how I got the pleasure of meeting her and getting to know her and understanding like what her overall mission is, right? So what propelled you to, because when we spoke the other day, you were explaining to me how badly you wanted to just help the community, right? And like what really did something special take place to make you just have this? Because we all have the same mission, and I'm just interested in knowing, because my background was rough, so I know what this community needs, and I know it needs someone that's been there, done that, to understand what they need.
absolutely.
Right? So what propelled you to understand, or your why to want to help fix the community the way that you do? Like,
How would I put it? So, when I think about my upbringing and how I grew up, it was really rough. I come from, you can say the streets. The streets raised me. So, when I always seen communities, like people giving to the community and people, having these, I always said, oh, one day I'm a give, not really knowing that I'm gonna have a unction maybe 20, 30 years later to really want to help.
Yeah, right.
So I had to go through some things.
Yeah.
I had to go through some, like life, being alone, at 13, I ran away from home. Really just, pretty much the streets was my home, made it my home. Um, Went in and out of jail pretty much all my, young adult life. And just trying to navigate through the environment that I was living in.
Right.
Because when I think and I always, when I look at people and I look at their environment, and it's a lot of times that's why they're like they are, because they're a product of their environment. They don't really know, they don't have the resources.
Right.
And, nobody is coming in and take their hands, and really get to them because, so their mindset, that's all they know. So they're going to do what they know and what they was taught there. So that's all I did because what I knew.
Right.
And it wasn't right.
Right.
None of it was right.
But I always did say that when you grow up the way we did, wrong is a job. Because you got to make money. You have
to make a way.
So that is a job.
You have to make a way.
It's not wrong.
You have to make
it's a job.
Because you have to make a way.
Yes.
And you out here, you trying to do the best you know how to do. So now I always knew, I always had inside me, I don't know what just kept telling me, it's more. You're gonna be more. It's more. And I kept saying, why am I so different? Because every time I did wrong, every time that I knew it was just something.
Yeah, you knew better.
Like, it was like, man, I know it's different.
Yeah.
People looked at me. It was so many people looked at me different, and they was like, this is not you. I know this is what but it's just something in you. And I was trying to find it,
Right.
Because I didn't see it. I didn't see what some people seen,
Right.
But I did know that some things was like, nah, this is not it. So I had to push, and I had to, guess what? I had to hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
So when I had to get to that rock bottom,
Yes.
when I was faced with jail time, and whenever I had to hit that rock bottom to understand that, do I want this life? Do I want to stay living this life? Is it something different? Do it?
Right.
So I went, after all the years, I said, I just got to go at least get my GED. Because I was smart.
Wow.
I was out, and I was like,
that story is so familiar.
man, let me just go get that at least, and I know how to do hair. I know how to hustle. I know how to make money. But at least that's a start, So I went, it took me like not even a month, like I went a couple of weeks, and then I took the test. I got the GED.
Right.
And I had little sisters. My mom, I remember her calling me. I was like 17. She called me. She was like, hey, I was living somewhere, and she called me, and she said, I'm pregnant. I'm like, what? You pregnant? And and fast forward to a year and a half later, like almost 2 years later, she called me back and said she was pregnant again.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, okay, now this lifestyle here, something got to happen, because
Yeah.
it looked like I have two. I didn't have kids, but I'm like, it looked like I'm gonna have to raise them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be there for them. I can't die out here. I gotta
Wow.
live. I have a
Yeah.
purpose now.
Yes.
So I felt the need to just do better, to try to make better decisions, and I still was messing up. But it was until a home invasion, and when I had that gun to my head, and he shot it in the air, and then he put it hot smoking to my head.
Wow.
And not a tear came down, but the thoughts of my little sisters.
Wow. Yes.
That,
Yes.
all I said was, okay, if this is it, this can't be it. I kept thinking in my mind, this can't be it, but it might be it.
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm thinking
yeah,
about them,
yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
man, so I'm gonna leave them out here fending, just like, how they gonna make it?
Yeah.
They can't make it. And when they thought they got what they came for, they was running out. And the last guy, he turned around and he looked at me and he said somebody shot at me. And he was supposed to hit me. The bullet hit the dresser. It didn't hit me. Like that was a miracle.
Yes.
That's
yes.
when I realized, really, no, God was
You
real.
had a calling. Right, right.
And I knew right there, I said, oh my God,
Yes, yes, yes.
I have a purpose out here.
Right,
I have to make a change.
right,
I
right.
have to do it.
Right.
So ever since then, I was like, trying to get it together. I didn't know, all I knew was the streets. I didn't know a lot,
Yes, that
And-
story is so familiar. I'm telling you, so many people can relate to that story.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do, but you gotta do something.
But you have to do something. So fast forward to now, I have that. It's just in me so much, and being behind the chair, it's a ministry, because you're talking to people. That's why I like to I'm a female, but I gravitate to young males more. That's the ones.
yes.
The girls, yes, I love to talk to them, and but it's something about these young males that I just wanna, so every time the guys would come, the girls at the salon and they doing this and that, and I'm like, I wanna talk to the boys. So I have that, I
Yeah,
wanna help.
Yeah, you can relate to the boys.
I can relate to the boys.
Yeah.
I can.
So you mentioned a couple of things that I think are so interesting, and I want you to expand on, because when we have community guests on, we love talking about community. We love talking about their involvement in the community. And you said you want to give back to the community. A lot of people make the assumption that you have to have a lot of money, a lot of influence, a lot of like position in politics or whatever to be able to give back. And you're highlighting you don't, because you're an entrepreneur, right? You create community in your salons. I guess I want you to talk a little bit about like, what does that mean to like, you use your own labor, your will, your work, your hustle, you said, to give back. And how do you see that? And how can other people tap into that? Because everybody can do that. And that's something
Right.
that you've definitely tapped into.
Yes. So I feel if it's only one, if you can change one, help change one, that is big. That's amazing. Sometimes it don't have to be, oh, I purchased so much for, and I went dropped this here and I gave out. That's amazing. That's all amazing. But when you face to face and you, being and really being honest,
Yeah.
because you have to be honest to them. You have to meet them where they are.
Yes.
Because they go through a lot.
Yeah.
They go through a lot, and they left with no choice a lot of times. And the decisions they make, they don't want to make those decisions. They heavily influenced by the social media, the internet, and just to be real with them and let them know, like, you definitely, it's a way. Because I always said, I just want them to know it's another way, and it's a way out.
Right.
They don't think it's a way out. They don't see that.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about last episode, we had a guest on and we were talking about the village and all of that. And I'm thinking to myself, right, like how there are a lot of people who get discouraged from thinking they have an impact because they think they're just one person, right? And it's like, well, you're one person, you have one conversation. Then Marcus has one conversation. Then somebody else has one conversation. And all those little conversations build up.
It build up.
They build up.
Yeah.
It's
used
every
to-
little drop fills a bucket.
And it's true.
Right. That's it.
I used to think that I wasn't, I'm like, it's not, I would always feel that it's not enough. It's not enough. But guess what? When those same guys and girls call me back, or they see me and they tell me, man, what you told me, I thought about that. That's so true. And guess what I did?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's the reason why you got, I just feel that Yahweh will put us exactly where we need to be for the people that need us to be there, right? So, and I've always said, because my goal was to be a barber. I come from a family of hairstylists.
Yep.
I never achieved it. I never got to be that.
Did you have shaky hands, Marcus, or what?
Man, not at that time, man. Look, man, honestly, growing up with 5 sisters, no big brothers, nobody poor, everything I learned was from females. So just like you saying about you can relate to the young guys, like all of my friends were females growing up, because it was natural.
Yeah.
And I developed that. I'm a welding teacher right now, but I developed that knack for detail, that precision from my, look, I still wear long nails, don't even know why.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just so used to that, And I remember them used to guinea pig learn on me, plaiting my hair and doing all that stuff. So I'm familiar with that's why I really wanted you to get on this program and let people know that there are many ways to establish a platform to help people. Everybody doesn't have to be a community organizer or a politician or an actor or like you can be a hero right there in your salon.
Yes.
Because I know that you're doing some counseling, some psychiatry.
Yeah.
Like you're doing all
While
of that.
while
right
dealing
now.
with my own,
Right,
but
right,
I still,
right. While
yeah,
dealing-
while dealing with
but
my
honestly, we can honestly admit that helping people helps
own helps us. Oh, yes.
keeps us going, because I know, I know from talking to you, we know what it's like to be broken, and you're never going to be completely fixed. However, if you concentrating on fixing others,
Yeah.
you're healing yourself
Healing.
as
Yeah,
well.
it's like a self.
You
Yeah.
know, so I'm so proud of you, and when you coming in, I know that's the last thing anybody would even. And I was praying that you were going to get on your time about jail and stuff. I didn't want to push it, but I knew people looking at you. That's the last thing that would have came. They
Right.
expected to come out of your
Right,
mouth,
right.
and that goes to show you that we're one decision away
Absolutely.
from being incarcerated, dead, in the hospital bed,
Absolutely.
paralyzed. We're one decision away all the time.
Yes.
And that's what this show is all about, is reminding people that we always have to be conscious. We
Yeah.
always have to stick to the mission, right? And your mission is showing people what they can do, that the cup is half full instead of half empty. And
Yes.
that's what I find to be beautiful.
Yes.
And you get to fill that cup every single day. You get
Every
to add a
single
little
day.
bit more.
Yeah.
Every
Add a
single
little
day.
bit more.
And it's
Yeah.
about,
'Cause
and
it's,
it's,
yeah,
Go
get
ahead.
It
depleted.
does.
and
And
then
like-
I gotta get
does.
it filled up again.
like Jennifer said as well, it's about who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
It's the company you
Absolutely.
keep as well.
Absolutely.
That's
And I think about sort of, we've talked about on the show before, right? Like you mentioning community, mentioning the salon, mentioning the people. Like, humans aren't designed, we're not meant to be isolated. We're not meant to be alone, right? Like we need community. It's like we're at our worst
Yes.
when we are
When we're
alone, and we are actually our best and strongest and healthiest
Yes.
when we are in community with each other.
Like-minded, yeah.
So give everyone your IG and your, anything else that you might want people to know, how they can get in touch with you, how they could find you, social media.
Yes. On Facebook it's Romikia Stylish Freeman, and on Instagram it's Stylish Beauty Bar. And I'm doing I've coupled with Mentor Scope. Is a company. It's an agricultural company that teaches agriculture, and we are partnering to do a summer camp for girls ages 10 to 16.
Wow.
Yeah, so we will be teaching. It's a beginner braiding.
Okay.
to braiding hair,
Wow.
and it's an intermediate for those that know how to braid already. And we're doing etiquette classes.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
we're doing it. So we're gonna make it like a retreat. Yeah,
Yeah,
July.
yeah.
July 28th through August 1st. So it's gonna be like a girls' retreat, and also we're gonna be doing planting to teach them how to plant.
Yeah.
That
That's
way,
cool.
yeah, because we're gonna need to know what plants that we can survive off of, and how to, how to live, because we don't know what's
Yeah.
going to happen in the future, because so we need to start teaching. And
Yeah.
so etiquette is a big thing also.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
I just built some planter boxes, and I'm excited. My daughter's a year old, but I'm just excited to start playing in that dirt with her,
Yes,
and getting her
yes.
planting some things.
Yes.
So,
So, yeah, the owner of Mentor Scope, I told her, hey, I need to learn myself, and this is something that I'm eager to learn.
Yeah.
I want to learn this.
Yes, yes.
Really,
We're gonna need it the
Yeah.
way things looking.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so where will this retreat be taking place?
So it will be the daytime. The retreat is going to be, we have a place, Airbnb, for the girls to come out, and we have different volunteers, all ladies, and we're going to be at Trendy Spaces every day. Yeah,
Okay.
every day. We're going to do some farm to table. So we're going to go to the farmers market, and we're gonna let them pick out some
Yeah.
things,
Right,
and we're
right.
gonna have someone cook that up for them.
Okay.
So
That's
that, because
fun.
just to kind of teach
Yeah,
them,
that's-
healthy eating, that
Yeah.
you can, you don't have to just eat. You can find some produce and make it taste good, and still, enjoy it.
right,
Yeah. So it's
right.
gonna be really nice.
So this sounds village style.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
really
That's,
nice.
That's what we need. More ways, more beginnings to
Yeah.
that village that we lost. so many
Right,
times
right,
ago.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
Miss Romikia, it was great having you on. And I know I'll be seeing you around.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're not gonna make this your last time.
Nope.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much for coming on. And we'll be right back.